We live once again.
We live, man, with another one, Shrewd News.
Yeah, it's Jay.
Tomorrow.
Staying out the way. I'm here with Bob the Water God, and this is Shrewd News and Reviews. As he said, we're going to talk about some wealth, health, get a deeper understanding of ourselves, if nothing else. And it's a whole bunch to talk about, so I'm not even going to waste any time. Now, we know that RoeVwade got disintegrated, it's gone. You know, it's important things going on in the world, but that's not what people are talking about, man. What people are talking about is whether or not the baby daddy should buy food for the other kids if he bringing food for his kids. Oh, you talk about you went to the abortion rights. Okay, we'll stay on that. Oh, we're going to get back to that. We're going to get back to that. We're going to go to the abortion rights. You're right. That take precedent. But that ain't what people talking about. That's what they really want to know about whether you should buy it. But we gonna get back to that. Let's talk about, is ending abortion rights a victory for white life? Have you heard about these conspiracy theories where people think that white people are fighting so hard for abortion rights because their numbers are dwindling? Have you heard that?
No, that's what they saying.
I've had people present that theory to me. Several people
heard that.
So you never heard that.
So they're saying that the white people race number is dwindling. So it's like,
yeah.
I think everybody, well, not everybody, but I think in this culture we got a lot of people that don't want to have kids for some reason, you know, not like before. I think it's just natural, you know what I mean, with everything going on. I don't think it's probably with just the white race, but hey, I don't know the stats, so I couldn't tell you, you know.
It don't necessarily have to be a real thing for people to believe that, and maybe they'll be voting to end abortion rights to further the white race. I could think, first when I heard it, I was like, it sounds like conspiracy theorists. But think about this. People did storm the Capitol because they thought that the election was stolen from Trump. So people will believe anything. I think that they will believe that. And I actually saw a video where Mary Miller said that this whole thing with the abortion rights being ended is a victory for white life. I actually got the clip.
No, she said
up. Yeah, man. I don't think enough people are talking about it. You know,
that's crazy.
Maybe they're not consuming news on an everyday basis like how I'm on it. You know what I'm saying? People got to go take care of their kids and do everything else. So I understand, but we own it. Hold on. Oh, damn, boy. I thought you fell over.
No, man. We ain't going there.
Man, okay. All right. You know, we done took about 2 weeks off. You know, I'm a little rusty. I done forgot how to share the screen.
Got you. I got you, though. Yeah.
Okay, then. All right, so we're going to listen to what she said now. You can hear from her eyes. Matter of fact, our source, we're going to always cite our sources. This is an NPR article, highly credible media outlet. And we have a clip from the lady's speech. We're going to see what she said.
President Trump, on behalf of all the MAGA patriots in America, I want to thank you for the historic victory for white life in the Supreme Court yesterday.
You said white life?
Bruh, you going to act like you ain't hear this woman? Hold on, I'm going to play it again for you.
President Trump, on behalf of all the MAGA patriots in America, I want to thank you for the historic victory for white life in the Supreme Court yesterday.
Your jaw is dropped. Like you look like astounded right now. Like you can't believe that what you just heard.
I just said white life.
That's what she said.
She said a spokesperson said she meant to say right to life.
But misspoke. You going for that?
I
don't know if
mean,
I'm going for that, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I can't go for that. I can't, man. I feel like
so now, okay, so stay there. Now, how you feel about the conspiracy theory that white people are voting to end abortion rights? You know what I'm saying? Or they're supporting the ending of abortion rights because they feel like their numbers are dwindling and they might become the minority in America. And to stop that, they want to stop abortion.
Dang, you know, they're at total. I mean, for us to even think, right? Our culture is not even in line for us to even, you know, we don't even have proactive thoughts about a race. So it's not fun to us in our culture and our community to how they think or how they think, hey man, this could be dangerous to, you know what I mean, the race. We don't have them kind of conversations and dialogue. So it's
Sure,
like,
we do. We have conversations about black people have conversations about shit that's dangerous to their race all the time, bro.
okay, I'll take you there. They do. But not into the magnitude of what they're, you know, going in. And now I can see how, yeah, you're right. It could be ending because of their race. You know what I mean?
I mean, look, I don't even know if that's a real thing. I don't even think it. I don't think it matters. Like, I don't care how. I don't care about the percentage of the black people being in the race. Like, I don't care about that. Like, in America, like if people ended up being more mixed, like interracial,
Right.
I wouldn't be like, oh my God, there's not going to be enough black people reproducing. Let's come up with a strategy to make. I'm not thinking like that. I don't really give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want black people as a race to be treated equally. I want us to get a lot of things, reparations, anti-hate bills, all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? I want a mass redirection of wealth. I am concerned about black people because I'm black, but I'm not thinking about like, our numbers are dwindling. Right. So yeah, I'm not thinking in those terms.
Do you feel like if our numbers were dwindling, right? Would you feel like it would be a win for us if we stopped abortion?
I don't think in those terms, bro. I don't think in those terms. I think if somebody wants to terminate a pregnancy, they should have the right to do so. I don't think government should be telling us what we do with our bodies. If somebody has even a miscarriage now, say it's you and your wife, and you have a miscarriage, you could get investigated by the police if this stuff goes through. You laughing, but this kind of stuff happens. There's states where abortions are already illegal. So if you have a miscarriage, they can investigate you to think that maybe you did this on purpose. And that they're going to treat that like a murder.
Dang. Yeah, boy, you got to be careful where you're shooting at nowadays, huh? That's what they saying.
I think we got to be more careful of the people that we elect in office because it's senators that got these Supreme Court justices confirmed. It's Donald Trump that got this guy. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's stay on Mary Miller, right? She said she misspoke, right? She said that she meant to say right to life. Correct? Right. All right.
Which I ain't going for that.
You're not going for that, right?
Oh, you said white life.
No, it's funny because I got something else on Mary Miller, man. I got something else on her.
No.
Nah, bro. I'm gonna take you on a little trip, dog. I'm gonna take you on a little trip. See, I didn't talk to you about this before the show because I wanted to surprise you with this. Because maybe we could give her the benefit of that. Like, maybe she misspoke. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot going on. Right to life, white life. Maybe it's close. No. Let's hear what she said here.
This is the battle. Hitler was right on one thing. He said, whoever has the youth has the future. Our children are being propagandized. Today, I want to encourage you to do two things. Fill your children's mind.
Hold on, let's back up.
You talking about Hitler, man?
She gave Hitler a shout out. Hold on, man. Let's take it from the top now.
She is
This
tripping.
battle. Hitler was right on one thing. He said, whoever has the youth has the future. Our children are being propagandized. Today, I want to encourage you to do two things. Fill your children's minds with what is true and right and noble. And then they can overcome evil with good because they can actually discern between what is evil and what is good.
Now, Bob. Now, look. I will say,
damn.
I think that the children are our future, but there's other places she could have quoted. Why she had to go to the Hitler saying that? You know what I'm saying? Why did she feel the need to give a shout out to Hitler? Like threw him an alley hoop, like gave him an assist. Like Hitler running interference on her speech. You know what I'm saying? Like she of all the names she could have brought up. Think about this. You remember that song, Bob? Don't you know the children are our future? Teacher, well, why she ain't quote that song?
Yeah.
It's a lot of places she could have went, but that's like a little dog whistle. I feel like she's saying stuff like quoting Hitler, saying it's a victory for white life because she's appealing to a certain demographic. And let's not get lost on the fact that Trump was right behind her when she said that victory for white life stuff. He endorsed this lady, Mary Miller. So all of these people that's saying, oh, I miss Trump and Trump ain't that bad and all of this here, look at the type of people that he's aligning himself with. He already saying wild stuff, but if you'll stand next to a lady like that and big her up, I know what side you working for.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, how you feel about the Supreme Court gutting Roe v. Wade and abortion being illegal now? I mean, if anybody was paying attention to our shows that we've been doing in the recent history, this wouldn't have come as a surprise to them. We knew this was coming. We tried to get people up to speed on it. Now it looks like they're gonna go further. What was your initial reaction when you heard it? Because I know you were kind of on the fence about the whole abortion issue when we going back and forth about
it. Hearing a little tapping. It. Oh, that ain't. I don't know what that is. That's cool. Is that you?
I don't know, man.
Okay.
I don't think so.
How I feel about the whole abortion, this whole abortion thing?
Yeah.
I feel like it's getting out of hand, you know? And is Mary Miller, is she a Republican or Democrat? Do you know?
She's a Republican. Talking like that, you know she's a Republican.
Right. Dang. I think that, like, you just hit me with all the murder, like you can get charged with the murder cases. I just feel like it don't seem real yet. You know, it don't seem real. It just seemed like, you know, it's just talk. You know, I guess we gotta wait until something happens, you know.
Wait a minute, Bob. You're saying it seems like it's just talk?
It just don't seem like it's real to me.
What do you mean it's real? It's gone.
Abortion is gone. That is the
like it's gone on the Supreme Court level. You know that they reversed Roe v. Wade. That's the thing that gives women the right to an abortion. It's done. The Supreme Court gave it to the states now. Now it's the states' the decision to make whether they want to make abortions legal or not. And there's already states where abortion is illegal. So you're saying like it don't seem real. What more has to happen for it to seem real to you?
I guess the clinic. So you're saying that there are states where you can still have abortions. That means
yeah, there are.
You have to fly probably to, like, you know, Vegas or something crazy, you know.
I mean, there's a lot of states now, but it's gonna. I mean, we don't know how long it's gonna last.
How long we're gonna be.
Yeah.
Hey man, I just feel how I feel about it is I got to get more information and see, how does this hurt the people who are needing this service more. We haven't got to that point yet. We don't have any experience with someone needing an abortion and the kid is coming because the laws. You know what I mean? So I guess
I don't know, man.
still
It seems pretty serious to me. It seems pretty serious to me.
no, it's definitely serious. I don't want you to think I'm saying it ain't serious. It just seems a little spooky. Like Supreme Court saying that we can't do it, but you can get it done in other states. I seen an article where Goldman Sachs was like they're willing to fly people out to get an abortion or something like that. So
Oh
it
yeah.
just, yeah, it's just seeming a little like we're walking on eggshells a little bit. But I do want to bring up let me see here. I do want to bring up the fact that Florida the synagogue sues Florida over abortion limits and possible template for future challenges. Have you heard about that one?
No, where's the source that you're using for that story?
The source that I'm using is France 24 article that they came out with. It's by Joanne York. And,
France 24.
yeah,
Okay.
but this is big business here. So, Do you think Florida will go in on that and have abortion illegal?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we got DeSantis, so anything about like, yeah, he's definitely a guy that's going to try to get rid of abortion rights in Florida. So I'm actually pretty worried about it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, if you ask me what I think.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
But I didn't know about that. I think it could be an interesting. Are you gonna read us
Yeah, I'll
something?
quote you. Yeah, let me quote you something from the article. It says the Florida bill is set to lower the maximum threshold for abortions from 24 weeks down to 15 weeks from July 1st, with
Mm,
exceptions in instances where the medical procedure could save the life or prevent serious injury to the mother. It offers no exceptions for victims of incest, rape, or human trafficking.
it says what? There's what?
Let me read that bottom one for you. So it offers no exceptions for victims of incest, rape, or human trafficking.
Mm, okay. Are you gonna get to the part about what it has to do with the Jewish people?
What it has to do with the Jewish people? Oh, the synagogue, right? So what they're saying here is, for example, they're saying in
For example, what does this say?
yeah, in Florida, for example, Governor your boy Ron DeSantis quickly promised more restrictions to expand pro-life protections in the wake of the ruling, in addition to those already set to come into effect July 1st. So as of July 1st, this is in effect in Florida. So where it has to do with the Jewish, I mean, broadly speaking, Jewish law stipulates that life begins at birth and that until that point, the mother's life is prioritized. So, in order to protect the health of the pregnant person, abortion is permissible and sometimes mandated, said
Oh,
Sam.
yeah. So not allowing them the right to an abortion is violating their right to their religious freedom, is what they're arguing. And I think
Right,
that's kind of a smart angle to play because what they're trying to do is impose their religion on us. They think that abortions are wrong because of their Christian faith, and they want us to live by the same rules that they're going by. So what the that angle is doing is like fighting fire with fire. I think it could be a good strategy.
Yeah, let me go into a little bit more. It says traditionally, U.S. courts have been sympathetic to legal arguments made on similar constitutional ground. Historically, minority religious groups have benefited from rulings that protected traditions not accounted for in general law. For example, in 1996, ruling allowed the use of the banned substance peyote exclusively in Native America religious ceremonies.
Hmm.
So, I mean, I suggest y'all. I mean, if y'all want to look into more of that with the religion, the synagogue suing Florida, I think they got a good case. I really think they got a good case, and they
Hmm.
stick together. I think it's gonna be hard to for Florida to beat that
Definitely, definitely. That's something good to. I want to see how that works out.
one. Right, the whole case.
Definitely would be interesting to see how that works out. Um, I definitely think that we should talk a little bit about Clarence Thomas.
Hmm, that's the man of the hour
When it
right
comes,
there.
yeah, that's the one who came up with the opinion that since Roe v. Wade is out of here, we need to start reconsidering our position on other things like gay marriage, interracial marriage, and privacy in the bedroom, which is interesting because
He's in an
he's
interracial relationship, right?
yeah, he's married to a white woman.
So I'm confused. That's crazy.
Yeah, so they're not going to stop at abortion. They're going to try to take away some other rights and privacy in the bedroom. We could lose that. You laughing, but it can happen, bro.
No, man, you can't be choking the women in the bed, man. You can't.
Hey, man,
You wouldn't be surprised.
what people is doing in their free time, dog, should be nobody's business, bro. That's the problem. I don't want the government in my bedroom, bro.
Right.
It's a sad day in this country, bro. And Clarence Thomas is who we got to thank for that. A great deal about that. Clarence Thomas was actually appointed by George W. Bush.
Oh,
Or was that H.W. Bush?
wow.
Yeah, let me see. Let's see if I could get an article on this, dog. Because honestly, I'm gonna bring this back up. I brought it back. I brought this up during the episode we did about abortion earlier. Hillary warned us that this would happen back in 2016. She said if Donald Trump gets elected, he's going to appoint conservative judges onto the Supreme Court, and they're going to get Roe v. Wade out of here and abortion rights. And from there, it could be a slippery slope. We could lose some other rights. I'm gonna
Mm,
bring up an article that I came across by the Huff Post where they was talking about Hillary. Hillary said that she known dude Clarence Thomas since he was in college, and she said he was always a hater.
Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, she said they went to law school together. You see it?
Yeah, we had a comment. We had a comment in the comment section too, man. Someone said some interesting things. I don't know if you got it.
Oh, I ain't see it, man. We can't even stop for the comments right now. We probably gotta address it after the show or something. We gonna get thrown off track. But yeah, man. You seeing the screen with me?
Yep.
All right. Hillary said, I went to law school with her. She's a 1973 graduate of Yale Law School. During an interview with Gayle King that took place Monday and aired Tuesday on CBS Morning, he's been a person of grievance for as long as I've known him. Resentments, grievance, and anger. Dang, you know they're going to go in on Gayle King about this. They say every time she interviews, she tearing down a black man. And now is she interviewing Hillary and she going in on Clarence Thomas. I don't think he's any champion for black people in the same way, but they be giving Gayle a hard time. But we'll get back to that another time. She said Thomas was a part of a majority opinion released on Friday that struck down Roe v. Wade and Planned Parenthood versus Casey, ending the decades old, legal precedent that protected abortion rights. In a concurrent opinion, Thomas urges judges to reconsider other cases dealing with the right to privacy, potentially imperiling same-sex marriage, and other rights. Clinton, a former first lady and Democratic presidential candidate, warned that the court's conservative majority will continue to try to turn back the clock on constitutional rights. And she said that she believes the ultimate goal of the decision is truly to erase the progress that women have made from the last 150 years. And the result will be deadly, she warned. There are so many things about it that are deeply distressing, but women are going to die, Gayle, Clinton said. Women will die.
Really?
I mean, look. Women are going to try to get abortions and they might do it in unsafe ways. What if these pregnancies, cause health concerns for the woman?
So we got to think first, though. How many? I mean, I think that's kind of like the big. If we saying women will try to kill the baby without having
access to a safe and legal abortion. People is going to remember when people were going to basements, getting fix-a-flat in their butts and stuff like that, man.
Right? Why are you stopping that? You know what I'm saying?
No, man. Don't listen. The point I'm trying to make before you get distracted on a whole nother tangent. Well, the point I'm trying to make is people are going to find a way to get an abortion, whether it's legal and safe or not.
Right, but can you? That's what I'm saying. Can you be worried about that though? Like you said, people are gonna, you know what I mean? People going into warehouses and hotel rooms to get surgery. Like that has nothing to do with abortion. People are doing that. So what I'm saying is, it's a tough one, man. You saying that?
Yeah, I'm having a tough time trying to figure out what that has to do with abortion. Like, I was trying to see where you was gonna land with that.
Where I'm landing with it is that people want to do what they want to do with their own bodies anyway. Like you said. So if it went one way or the other, like you said, people are still, they can say what they want.
Okay, so do you think that women should have access to safe and legal abortions? Do you think they should?
Yeah, I think they should.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So it's bad. It's bad. Not everybody gonna have money to fly out to another state. And if you're trying to force people to have babies that they don't want, man, sometimes they do some scary things. Scary things. And honestly, there's an argument being made that we could have codified Roe in the law 20 years ago. But then there's other people who say that the filibuster is stopping us from doing that. So, we're in a tough situation now. They've been trying to do this for years. That's why they got Trump elected. That's why Trump got these conservative judges in there. They knew that they were going to do this. This thing been years in the making, and it's probably going to take years to fix it. Do you think that these people are doing this because they really care about life?
I mean, you let me watch that video where they talking about white life. I mean, are they trying to protect? You know, could they be trying to protect they?
I mean, that's a whole nother thing. But really, what I'm trying to get to, do you think that this is really about taking care of babies? They think that they're saving babies' lives. Do you think that they're being genuine about that? These politicians, I mean.
You know what? I don't, because to get an abortion was not that expensive. Like if you look at other treatments or when you need to get other surgeries, do you consider that abortion is a surgery? Would you consider that a surgery?
I'm not a doctor, so, but I mean, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I think it qualifies to me.
You would qualify that as a surgery procedure.
Yeah, with my limited knowledge of, what
right, with your limited knowledge.
Yeah.
It don't make sense because I feel that, to go to the doctor, it was much more expensive for surgery and procedures. That one is it's good and affordable. So for them to take that out.
What do you think their motivation for this is? Do you think they really care about kids? That's what I'm asking you.
It's hard for me to say, man. It's hard for me to say that. Do they care about kids or do they just want to stop abortion? For what reason? Like, what other reason would it be if it's not for the kids? Are they saving money?
Well, how come they don't want to? How come they're not talking about supporting the women that they're forcing to have these kids? If they really care about the kids, right, and they're forcing people who don't want to have kids, why aren't they passing any legislation to give more money to mothers so they can have money to feed them, take care of them?
Hey man, you know how people don't want to give you no money. You know how it go, man. People don't be wanting to give no moms no money for the damn kids, man. That's crazy. But in our country, that it just not have been something we've seen where they just want to compensate you because you have a lot of kids. I mean,
so do they care about the kids? If they don't want to compensate people, they don't want to help them out, do they really care about the kids? You just want them to be born and you don't care about how they're going to get taken care of?
I mean, like that lady said, the kids are their future. So they could be looking at it. They could be looking at it in another angle, Like the lady said, like Hitler said, kids are the future. If you control the kids, you control the future. So maybe this gives them another hold on controlling the kids.
I get that. The point maybe I'm trying to get at is, according to the Nonpartisan Commonwealth Fund, that's a social policy think tank, they say the 13 states with the most restrictive abortion laws invest the least in policies and programs for women and children. So the argument I'm making is, I don't think that they really care about kids.
So what do you think that they really care about for this to go? Where is it going?
I don't know. I think that people are probably supporting this for different reasons, but honestly, most people don't want abortions to be illegal. Most people don't want this. This is just a loud minority of people making this happen. We got these activist Supreme Court judges that are trying to make religious beliefs law. So I think that's really what it's about. But it's funny to me that if they really want to live by, I guess, Christian values, I think that it should be taking care of the kids once they're born too. Don't just be forcing women to have the kids, and then y'all don't want to fight for, programs and policies that help disadvantage parents and kids.
Yeah. But I asked you something about this, when we did a video on this, we didn't get no clarity on this situation. So it kind of still got me like, what mental effect does it have on the women when they have an abortion?
Did you try to investigate what? I mean, I'm not a psychiatrist. Did you go looking up to see what effect?
I looked up a little bit, but I couldn't find any to where it gives me a solid answer but I can get people opinions that I did a little research.
Why would you want people opinion? Why don't you turn to an expert? There's some things that you ask people about, and there's some things that you refer to an expert about. If you want to know how an abortion affects women mentally, psychologically, there's information out there. If you really was trying to look into it,
I wasn't going into it like that. I just
you was like, I really wanted to know. I wanted some clarity on it.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that I can bring clarity on our next Roe versus Wade conversation. I definitely.
I mean, I think the main thing is keeping the government off, productive rights, man. What about this? You see how some of the laws don't give exceptions for rape or incest? Do you think that's right?
Yeah, that was crazy. Hey man, is that right? Gosh, it's like I don't think so, man. But I don't think it's not right. But it's like, damn, it's tough, man.
What's tough about it? Like what are you like on the fence about when you're trying to say like it's tough? Like I think if somebody gets raped, they absolutely should have the right to get an abortion. Are you on the fence about that? Like what are you thinking?
Yeah, I feel like you should too, but I mean, this is very few far in between. I think in instances that this happened. I don't think it's like this isn't a common. You know what I mean? This is something that's pretty much rarity that it happens, but it does happen. It's something that could happen, but I think somebody deserves that. If a woman gets pregnant and got raped, she deserves to definitely get a damn divorce. I mean, get an abortion. It's only right. But
well, think about this. If you really feel like life starts in the womb, then doesn't that child deserve to live? It's not his fault that his biological father raped a woman. Doesn't he still have the right to live?
Right, because we got to think about that time frame, right? Because you said it's a time frame to where that baby's living, right?
Yeah, but they're saying the religious people say that life starts right at conception, like soon as the sperm fertilizes the egg. So if I'm using that weird way of thinking, I don't think like that. I'm not a religious person, So
right.
But I'm saying that if you think that, then you have to kind of make women have the baby, right? Because doesn't the baby and their way of thinking have the right to live, even though the parents, was involved in a rape?
So where this is going, I see where you're going with it. It's gonna depend on your religious background, your cultural stance. A lot of that is going to depend on the numbers that when you think a baby is actually a baby,
Okay, let me throw something else at you. The right is saying that they're not going to charge the women for the abortion, but they want to charge the providers.
The men?
Does that make sense to you? No. Like the abortion clinics, right? They said they're not going to charge women. They're not going to throw them in jail. You feel me? But they're going to charge the abortion providers. That's what the right wants to do. Some on the right. What do you think about that?
Hey, man. You got to think, man. I mean, what do they call murder? Like, is that
okay?
murder?
So if it is murder, then why are they saying that they just want to charge the providers? If I pay somebody to kill somebody, aren't I going to get charged too, as well as the hitman?
Yeah, both.
So if they really believe in this, then why are some people on the right who claim to believe that they're saving a life if they stop abortion, right? Why are they saying that we're going to charge the abortion providers, but not going to charge
the doctor with life?
Or whatever they charge them with? I don't know what the penalty is going to be, but it's going to be a crime. It's going to be, something.
That's crazy. Yeah, man, that is crazy. That's crazy.
It is crazy. I think living your life according to the Christian rules and stuff like that, I think that's crazy. You might as well be living your life based on uh, Santa Claus or the Tooth Fairy.
But I do think we need some type of, you need something, even though if you don't believe in, I'm not that fond of it neither, but I know that you need to have some type of boundaries and, some type of cultural stance where you stand on something, or you're just going to be somebody that's like, it's going to be all emotional. You know what I mean? So I wish we could have something that was more national where everybody believed this is the right way, but it just seems like we got so many divisions with religion, a lot of other beliefs that it's crazy to get a one common belief on something in this world right now because it's just so many different beliefs, you know?
The thing is, you could believe what you want to believe and live your life like that. You shouldn't be
Right.
trying to tell people to live by your religion. If you want to believe in something, you do it. Don't be trying to make me live by the shit that you believe in.
Right. Yeah. But that's been the name of the game since, the beginning of, that's how rulers rule. You know what I mean?
I kind of know what you mean, but dang, it's a
Yeah.
sad day, man. This ain't the way it's supposed to be going, man. This ain't the way it's supposed to be going, man.
Really ain't, man. Really ain't.
They say 81% of Americans want universal background checks, and most people don't agree with the abortion thing. So maybe this will, maybe the gun rights thing and abortion will be enough for people to get mad and vote in the midterm elections, and maybe try to keep a majority, in the House and the Senate. Do you think that's going to be enough to make people go and vote, or are they just going to get mad and type things about their feelings?
Yeah, I think right now Biden is getting a lot of pressure about the gas prices and everything else, man. So I just see that it's hard, man, on the Democratic side right now with everything going on, with all of these changes. It seems like it's a setup, you know, like
What's the setup?
it's just all of this is bad. It's just happening. I don't know if, I can't say that Biden have control over any of this, but a lot of people are looking at, what's going on in the economy, the prices, and like you said, abortion laws. I think it's going to be a hard when the midterms come up. I think it's going to be hard for the Democratic Party.
I think it's going to be hard for them too. I think that most people are just dumb. I think most people they're either dumb or they're dealing with low information. They're not keeping up with stuff. So,
Right.
they don't really know a lot. So they're easily fooled by these weak talking points that they hear in the news. Stuff like, you know, presidents control gas prices. Uh,
Mm.
Trump, you know, the election was stolen from Trump. Remember Pizzagate, that kind of stuff. What was that place called? Cosmic Ping Pong. I think it was called Comet Ping Pong.
Yeah.
That stuff. All of these things are lies. They're made up, but it's crazy to see how gullible people are. They got low media literacy, no epistemology skills, not good critical thinkers, and they're easily fooled. So that's why you get people on the wrong side of things. But
Mm.
hopefully, this is enough to wake people up and get them to vote. Because there are people who understand what's going on, but sadly enough, some of them don't vote, and I don't see how that's a viable strategy. I don't. You got to be in it to win it. There's some people who I really respect who preach that, not to vote, and I just don't get it. It just doesn't make sense to me. I
Yeah.
don't see how that's going to accomplish anything.
Yeah, yeah.
You
But
know,
definitely, I think what's strong on these midterm elections is we need to be. It seems like our rights and the people's pockets needs to be the first thing that's addressed. I think what the people want to hear. You know what I mean? So
yeah. They say that presidents, for the most part, should run on the economy. That's what That's like a pretty safe political strategy that dates back to years and years before our time. Presidents mostly should run on the economy, but now we got these different issues popping up. But who knows? The midterms are still months away, and people don't have that good of a memory. So who knows if people is even going to be caring about this kind of thing when it comes time for the midterms.
yeah,
But let me go ahead and move on. I want to talk about Eric Holder because news had came out that Eric Holder is beaten so bad that he's not going to be able to come back to court for the rest of the trial. He's on trial for killing Nipsey.
mm,
Uh, it looks like people are not happy with Eric Holder. I mean, it could have been related to something else, but I have a sneaking suspicion that the beating might be a result of the fact that he killed a prominent member of the Rolling 60s gang.
yeah. But see, I was watching about one of Nipsey's friend, Cowboy. I don't know if
Yeah,
you're familiar with Cowboy. He said he
yeah.
went and testified just to clear his name that Nipsey didn't call him a snitch. So
Okay.
for him saying that, it makes me think, why did you really kill Nipsey, Eric? What made you kill him? If you said that to, I don't know if Cowboy's telling the truth or not, but Cowboy said,
Well, Cowboy said that he didn't use the S word, but he did he did say something to the effect of there's some paperwork floating around. You need to handle that. You need to clear that up.
yeah,
So I think the guy got mad after that and said something like, oh, you be hating on me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he got mad at Nipsey for saying that, and maybe, but I think the difference is that he could get less time. There's an article I read about it. Matter of fact, I'm going to share the screen.
oh, he can get less time for that.
If it was like a crime of passion, like if it wasn't a premeditated thing, but of course the prosecution is going to try to say Eric Holder left the scene and came back. You know what I'm saying? Had a getaway driver and everything. That's a premeditated thing. So. But I also want to talk about something with that, man. I'm looking for this one article I seen with Cowboy on it. Okay, I see it now. The thing about it is, Cowboy did testify, and some people are using that S word to describe Cowboy.
Yeah.
Now, do you think if you was in that position, you would have testified for your homeboy? Even
Oh,
if people might consider you to be a snitch, would if you knew something that could make sure Eric Holder get more time, would you have took the stand or would you have kept it real and not taken the stand?
I wouldn't just say keeping it real. That's not the thing. I think it would have had to been a motive. I would have had, like Cowboy was saying, that he did it to clear up his homie's name, to say he didn't call him an S word. I can respect that.
Okay, but what I'm asking you is, would you have done what Cowboy did? Because people
Yeah.
are saying that Cowboy shouldn't. They're putting a certain tag on him. I'm not going to use that word for him. You want to be careful about calling people names. Anything you wouldn't call them in their face. But there are people out there who are saying that he would be considered a snitch. Now,
Mm.
I'm asking you, knowing that he's getting that label from people, would you have cared about the label? Would you have testified if you was in that position?
I think just because of that, talks in the inner city, we know that, taking that stand is like something that's forbidden. So I wouldn't have wanted to, I couldn't have seen myself wanted to getting on there, knowing that they already got this man caught on camera and everything. I wouldn't have, I don't think I would have got on the stand.
You know what? I appreciate your candor because I think that's a very honest answer, a genuine answer, and a lot of people where we're from feel absolutely the same way.
Right.
Hmm. I don't know. At this stage of the game, though, I don't have a problem with what he did.
Me neither. Right.
I think it would have been hard for me to get on the stand, and do what he did. I think he's brave. I think it would have been hard for me to do it. I would like to think that I would have not cared what anybody thought and just did what I think is the right thing to do.
Right. You want to have
But
that, but we
I
living in
mean,
a
who
real
knows? I mean, I don't know. That's a brave thing to do. I don't know if I would have did it. It's hard for me to answer a hypothetical situation, but I like the way he carried it, man. I think that's kind of like one of the things we need to unlearn. I think we throw that S word around too freely, man.
nobody don't want to be looked at, but you got to think nobody wants to be looked at and looked at somebody that would possibly try to tear you down. And that's how people look at when you got that name, when you got that S word attached to you. People look at it to where, you'll try to take down their establishment or try to take down something that, and that's the real bad thing about the word. It's like you're not really. He just went up there to try to speak for his homie. So don't make it seem like he's trying to tear people down. That's where no one wants that attached to their name. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally understand. I mean, you preach it to the choir on that one. I understand why he wouldn't want to, but I just think it was an interesting question to ask. A lot of people wouldn't have been,
Break-
brave enough to do that.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with what he did at all. I don't think people like Eric Holder need to be on the streets, bro. The streets will tell you like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm not. I don't have no sympathy for him, man. I don't think he need. I think he deserves a free trial or whatever. But killing people in broad daylight over something that small, man, I think the world would be a better place if people like that was behind bars, man.
For real, man. I think what he did was just stupid. It was like for you to even take it to that measure, man, and not even meaning y'all in the same clique. Y'all came in the same. Y'all are like brothers. You get what I mean?
Yeah,
So in that point, it's just yeah. You don't need to be out here free, man. You don't need to be getting out because they saying you crazy. Nah, you need to be in there, man. Life. Whatever sentence they give somebody for premeditated, you premeditated that man, man. That man didn't deserve what you did to him. So damn.
yeah, yeah. So it's a shame, man. It just kind of makes me feel like, dang, man, like the streets ain't all this cracked up to be. Like we know that, but there's something broken with the culture. There's something wrong with the culture when you can speak down on that man for doing what he felt was right for his homie. He not out here trying to like get off of a charge, tell it on Eric. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like he did something with Eric and he tell it on Eric. He's saying, look, what you saying is false. You deserve to be locked up, and I'm gonna clear my homeboy name. Nobody should have nothing to say about that,
At all, man. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't feel like he's a snitch at all. I feel like he's genuinely speaking out of place of in heart, and he's trying to take up for his homie. But we got a messed up. Our culture is backwards. Everybody knows that. You know what I mean? We hold keeping it real to the like that's the law of God. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Yeah, man. It's a lot of that shit from the hood we need to unlearn, bro.
We need to really do.
We really need to unlearn a lot of that shit, man. So I don't know, man. It's our first one after 2 weeks, man. How you feel, man?
Man, we need to keep getting them in. There's a lot going on, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of news out there, man. We definitely want to keep people tapped in because I realized the other day, man, a lot of people don't consume news on a daily basis, man. Just like these January 6th hearings is going on, where they're proving how much Trump was involved with trying to overthrow the election. You know what I'm saying? He tried to uh, circumvent democracy. That's a big deal. You know, we don't have peaceful transfers of power during every presidency except for this one. And we was here to see it. So I'm really hoping he goes down. And you know, a lot of people are starting to realize that Trump had a lot to do with that, but they're just realizing that from the January 6th hearing. I be feeling like because I know some shit everybody else know it. You get what I'm trying to say? And it's like people are just finding out. So, you know, it's a lot we got to talk about with that. We're going to keep on covering the entertainment news, but it's good to be back dropping something, you know. I feel like I was a little rusty, but, you know, we're going to get back into the swing of thing.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I'll get hear more from us. Hey, and just to close y'all out, y'all know that we still helping families, man, get good, clean water now. So make sure you check out www.RoeVwade.com, man. Prices and gas and stuff is going up, and we got the best wholesale prices for all your water treatment needs. So go ahead. Anything you want to close them out with, Cap?
I'm gonna find a nice quote to close them out with, man.
Yeah, you always
I should have thought about this before, but let me see if I can come up with one on the fly. Oh, I got one. A wise man proportions his belief to the evidence.
Agreed.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Yeah, with that, without further ado, let's get up out of here, man. We don't want to drag it, man.
Yeah, man. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Shrewd News. Peace.
Yeah.